Grand Theft Auto franchise is incredible. A lot of people have played at least one GTA game. My first one was Vice City, and to me, a little kid, it was unbelievable. Then I didn't really care for the story or characters, but the game kept me occupied for hours at a time because of the gameplay. If you had imagination and a curious mind, GTA was perfect for you. It's extremely satisfying to see that the franchise is just as strong as it was during my childhood. I mean, GTA 4 was an attempt to get out of the sunny, warm oceanside town mood, yet I really enjoyed it and found the story great. What's really impressive in GTA 4 are the physics. But back to the point. Rockstar went back to the San Andreas theme and produced a truly phenomenal game, GTA 5. Personally, I bow my head to the developers for making this gem. So, it's an action adventure game with an open world and sandbox elements, a concept that has become increasingly more popular with advancing technology. And are there games that do it better than GTA 5? Doubtful. Okay, first let's get the least important things out of the way. Even though this game came out more than 7 years ago, it still looks pretty good. The bright yellow sun, the cheerful blue sky, the shadows, the reflections, the whole style and mood is straight out of San Andreas and it works so well. Rockstar clearly put a lot of thought into the style of the game and made good visuals to match it. However, if that's not enough for you, just look at some mods. Next, gameplay. I don't know about others, but to me this game never became boring, which means that the gameplay is entertaining and varied enough to keep you interested. Personally, I like driving in games, so even getting from point A to point B in GTA 5 is amusing, especially because you don't have to obey any laws. And that's the beauty of the game, chaos. Guns, fists, police, cars, boats, planes, even sports, scuba diving, the stock market, and an incredible amount of customization. Buy clothes, cars, car mods, houses, properties, collect spaceship parts, leather scraps, submarine parts, nuclear waste, do stunt jumps, plane tricks, and my favorite, walking and playing catch with Chop. There are random events throughout the map, and some of them are in desolate places, which makes the map seem filled with activities. I know it's a common criticism of many games that their huge map seems empty and plain, but I've never had this feeling about GTA 5. Even though some places are unoccupied, there's probably some activity nearby or a person working out, maybe a building you never knew about. There are definitely some places that I found only on my third time replaying this game. So, to me, this map seems alive and full, and I believe the story forces you to explore it quite cleverly. The strangers and freak side missions are extremely entertaining, and again, bit by bit, they make you explore the map. If you do hobbies and activities like racing or flying, you start to realize that there's probably no place on the map you haven't visited. That's what I love about GTA 5, the amount of content. One mission leads to two others, some side missions are unlocked, hobbies are unlocked. You do the side stuff, you improve your stats, get some money or guns. Please don't ignore all the side activities, just try them. I was honestly impressed by how much there is to do in this game. On my first playthrough, I ignored all the additional stuff, but damn was I wrong for doing that. Of course, the main missions are great. While every mission pretty much boils down to shoot someone or steal something, they're done in a way that doesn't seem repetitive and tedious. Firstly, because of different circumstances and environment in every mission. Secondly, the dialogue and people. Ah, there's my favorite part of the game, the story and the characters. The fact that you play as three completely different people is amazing. I love all of them. I'm not gonna talk about who they are because you probably already know. The supporting characters are great, even side mission characters are great. Why? Because they represent some kind of stereotype. Rockstar know this game is stupid and they embrace it. This comedic stereotypical consistency makes it so much better. The game knows what it is, and the style is kept throughout. I always say, establish what you are and embrace it. Our main characters are clueless, supporting characters don't seem too bright. Even the billionaires are stupid and I love it. My favorite interactions are between Franklin and Lamar. So now let's look at an absolute goldmine. Dialogue. Even the
Disloyalty, boy.
Disloyalty? What is you talking about?
Don't act like you don't know what it is, homebolio. You ain't been to the set, ain't came to none of the meetings.
Hanging out with old men, ignoring your homies, acting all superior. Your mama will turn over in her grave, boy.
So you giving me a lecture about not being a good enough gangbanger?
Gangs is positive. That's all we got, my nigga. That's our heritage.
Ain't nothing positive about your crazy ass. Man, what's in
Even the radio is awesome here, so many different types of music. However, my favorite station is Non-Stop Pop, not because of the music, but because of the host talk intervals. God damn, these are so good. So sarcastic and ironic, just making fun of the world.
This is your home for all the music you used to pretend not to like. Back when you were trying to be cool. You weren't cool. Not ever. Nobody is. It's such a lame concept. It means staring into the middle distance and acting like you're constipated.
Are you having fun? You remember fun? It's that thing that you pretend to have while documenting every moment, meal, and faux memory. Just got another creepy text message from Hugh Harrison, that judge on Fame or Shame. I don't even think he's English. Anyone who says they're from Britain almost certainly isn't. And no one from Britain has teeth like that.
I'll repeat myself again. Listen to every radio station, listen to every dialogue, observe everything, even look at the websites. Attention to detail in this game is simply extraordinary. This whole game is just so ironic, satire, making fun of everything, portraying the world through this dark humor filter which makes it a masterpiece to me, because I live for that stuff. Yet, I'd like to mention that physics are a downgrade from GTA 4, sometimes flying is dull, and probably some other small insignificant things. Honestly, these cons are extremely unimportant. Well, I guess it's time for GTA Online. Wow, the multiplayer is just as big as single player, if not bigger. There's a huge amount of activities here, and most of them are different from what you get in single player. When I first launched multiplayer, I was amazed by how much content there is. In theory, GTA 5 and Online are separate games just bundled together, but still the sheer size of single player and multiplayer of this title is astonishing. Better yet, Rockstar continued to update GTA Online with new content even now. I know a lot of people cry that they should just make GTA 6, and I agree with them only to a certain degree, because I'm not at all disappointed by what I can get out of this game 7 years after release. I'd like to add that Online is not the best place for playing solo though. This is the biggest criticism I have for this game. Doing missions or heists by yourself is a nightmare. The search for lobby members is horrendous, and most of the time people will leave in the middle of a job with no consequences. So yeah, if you play online, I suggest you do it with friends. Anyway, if GTA 5 is your type of game, you will not be bored if you explore everything the game provides to you. There are hundreds of hours of content, and if you really get into online, it can turn into thousands of hours. And all of that for $60? No additional cost for all the updates? With a clear conscience, I say that GTA 5 quality easily surpasses its price tag. No wonder why it's the second best-selling game in history. It is a masterpiece.